before we even get started, I just want to say that this video, if it has found you, it's because you're meant to be listening to it, and this will kind of further explain why that is. So the universal laws, what are they and why are they so important? Well, to begin, universal laws are the basic fundamentals of the universe. Just like how in any science theory there are basic laws and rules which need to be followed to ensure that is how it flows. The universe is the exact same way. There are fundamental laws which need to be followed and which are set in stone to fully grasp the understanding of the wholeness and the nothingness at the same time. So why are they so important? Just like how in any rule book or any institution, rules are set in stone, not necessarily, although they're placed there to ensure the movements of things and to ensure the flow of things. So these rules help us navigate through life. They help us move through life and maneuver through life. They help us understand each other better. They help us understand the world better. They understand us, and they also help us understand how to move around the world and how to succeed in the world. They help us make better choices and learn the importance of life. And they help us understand our wholeness. So there are 12 universal laws that we abide by. Even if we don't realize we abide by them, we abide by them. So the first law that we're going to start off with is the Law of Divine Oneness. This is the first law, and this is the first law. So, by understanding this law, you will understand how all the other laws interact with this law. This is the law that confirms reality in a sense. It helps us understand the other laws in a way too, and how and why they work. So the Law of Divine Oneness, like I said, is the first law. It basically talks about how we are all a collective hive mind. So to understand this, you need to understand that your every thought, your every action, your every movement, it's all equivalent to one. And I know that's a little bit harder to grasp by saying so, because we all feel this sense of individuality, which is still there, of course. But at the end of the day, we're all souls, and we're all made out of the same thing as the universe, the stardust. We're all made out of that. It is backed up by quantum physics as well. It's in quantum physics, when they try to determine if an atom or matter is separate from another, it's really hard to distinguish, because it's the same thing. It's made out of the same thing. this law specifically helps us understand that we are one, that our actions affect others and others' actions affect us. And that is a simple way to put it, but think of it in this way. If you were to go help somebody else, you would feel like you helped yourself. And that's the truth. By helping somebody else, you have helped yourself. And when you're hurting somebody else, you're truly and deeply hurting yourself. It's realistically and honestly understand this law at such depth. You need to truly go into meditation. And that is how the law was first discovered, actually. It was through a deep state of meditation. I believe in Hinduism, Buddhism, and also ancient indigenous practices. It is all believed that we are one, and even in ancient Egyptians and Greeks, that we are all one, that we reincarnate as we are souls. We incarnate to different animals, to different people, different timelines, different space. To understand this, you need to understand that time and space do not exist. That is just a one wholeness. It's a whole void. You need to understand that the negative aspects of yourself that you try to hide, and the negative aspects of people that you despise, are you. They're deep versions of you. And currently you cannot comprehend this because we're just body. We're taught that we're just body. In reality, we're not this body. This body is just a vessel. This body is just a vessel for what's to come next. What's next is ascension, which is soul. If you go deep into it, you'd understand that as human beings, even before we were born, we are souls. We're sent to this earth to experience certain things, such as emotions, certain actions, ambitious, inspiration. We're sent to this earth for such a short period of time to truly understand that. At the end of the day, though, if we were to see the bigger picture, we're all souls, and each one of us is connected, like a school of fish, if you may say so. Like a school of fish, like they all have very collective mind. If one fish goes one way, all the other fishes follow. If one fish gets hurt, all the other fishes feel that, including with bees too. It's like a beehive, like I was mentioning earlier. It's a lot harder to explain than I originally thought it would be. I even wrote it down and everything, but it's the more that I dig deeper into this story, it's really I don't know, it's kind of insane, honestly. I wrote it down, like I truly studied it, although, you know, even for me, it's a little bit hard to comprehend this, because you think about this, like, people who have hurt you, they are you. And the people you hate the most, they are you. They're past versions of you, they're future versions of you, and they're present versions of you. In this case, the time does not exist, like I mentioned. The past, future, and present is all just combined. It's all just one. There is no past, present, or future. It's just now. And in the vast space in time, you cannot really determine what time it is or what space it is. It's more so just now. If you were to go back in time, you'll be in now. And if you were to go in the future, you'll be now. Currently, you're living your past and future. You're all versions of you are interconnected. And even with that, the other people around you, they're all you. They're all reflections of you. And they're all part of you. Even negative people that you see walking around, as hard as this is to grasp, they are you. We've been taught that there is this concept of bad and good, evil and good, more so too, which in its own self makes sense, of course, but who are we to say if it's good or bad? Everything happens for a reason. There's no coincidences. There is no coincidences. It's all happening for a reason, it's all happening for a reason. In quantum physics, we are made up of the same thing. Matter. Matter is everything. Matter is everywhere. Energy is what we're made out of. Energy is what everything is made out of. Energy cannot be made nor destroyed. It could only rejuvenate itself. It's an ever-flowing being, almost. We are part of this being. All of us are part of this one gigantic being, including the extraterrestrials and including the animals. We're all one. If you were to sit down and meditate and truly connect, you will see yourself in every person, and you will try to be more compassionate towards them and have more empathy towards them. That is what this rule is mainly about. You need to have empathy and compassion and understanding towards others. Because why are you hating on somebody when they are you? It is a lesson to be taught. It is not meant to be hated. You are a lesson to be taught. You are not meant to be hated, nor you are meant to hate. Another thing is that it is beyond the physical realm, so we cannot describe it physically. Physically, we may be able to have families and have friendships, deep relationships. That is how we feel connected. That is how we feel like we're one. That we are one. And sometimes those friendships go so deep that you could truly feel it in your soul that you're meant to be with this person, that this person is part of you. Even within this vast universe, even within the vastness of things, there are soul families, there are soul ties. Even though we are all part of one, we are all, some souls are very connected, and they're like soul families. Whatever happens, including the rain, who caused the rain, even, let's say, in today's world? the reason it was caused, or even snow, like any weather changes, any physical changes, any mental, emotional changes, they're all caused by you. They're all caused by people and things around you. And you know that. But you know that it's also meant to happen, right? Everything and anything, it's meant to happen. It's meant to happen for a purpose. And just knowing that could give you peace. Just know that it's not a bad or a good thing. It was meant to happen so you could find your purpose. So that you could fulfill what you've been sent to earth to do in this lifetime. Because there's going to be so many different lifetimes that you're going to be entering this unity of the world, like including the universe, including other terrestrials, like including animals. But you're so lucky to have been blessed to be a human at this state of time. Understand that anything that you consider is bad that's happening to you, good that's happening to you, it's happening. It's not good or bad. It's happening because everyone around you is almost bending to your will, that's making it happen. Everybody else's energies, people you surround yourself with, their energies will affect you. And this is very simple knowledge too. I'm sure you've heard it everywhere else. People you surround yourself with are you. And it truly depends on you, whether you want to put in higher vibrational people, whether you want to rise your vibration, or lower vibration people that will lower your vibration and that will co-create your reality with you and the universe yourself. We are one, we are whole. Depending on which versions of yourself you put yourself in and you put yourself towards, it is what will find you, and it is what will inspire you or break you, if anything. It is entirely up to you. Truthfully. Like I mentioned before, divine oneness, it's all of us collectively thinking. If a person, another version, or another timeline, or even in current timeline, let's say, another part of the world thinks a really positive thought, it impacts all of us. Just think about it like this. You enter a room, it's a very dull room, but then you're the only person that's lit and you're the only person that's happy. You brighten up the place instantly because you come in with this positive aura, this positive energy. You have positive thoughts. You express that outwardly to other people, and even if you don't, they can feel it. You know when somebody has bad energy or some really good energy, you can feel it, and that impacts your mood. That is collectiveness. That is the collective mind. We could feel it. And we could feel it deep because we know we are part of that, and we know that we are them. As hard as it is to push away our negative self, just understand that it is needed for balance, and it is needed for unity within ourselves and within the collective. So not everything could be good, not everything could be bad. There has to be balance to be unity. So whether it is good or bad, it is not good or bad, it is unity. There is so many more aspects of divine oneness I could go into, truthfully. And this could also tie back to the secret geometry, like the flower of life. It explains how from one thing, like one circle, there's 4 other circles being formed, and from that there's multiple different ones, and they're all intertwined, they're all interconnected in a sense, and everything is just connected to that one thing, that one circle in the center. But they're all connected somehow. They're all connected. Okay, if I were to put it like this, let's say generational trauma, it's all connected. And then why? And how would it be connected if you think about it? And DNA too, why is it connected? Because we're all one. Generational trauma, let's talk about that specifically, is passed down through generations until one person decides it's time to break it. Why is that? It's because those are past versions of you that had to go through that. It had to pass down to the version of you that you are right now, so that you could learn that lesson, or until you were ready to learn that lesson, to fully pass and heal. Everything and everyone that did something to you is done to you for a reason. They may be aware of it, and they may not be aware of it, but whatever happens to you happens for a reason. And whether it's good or bad, you just need to accept that. You need to accept that that is what was meant for you, because you're meant for bigger things, and you cannot let things or certain events in your life hold you back if you know what your true purpose is. Other than that, honestly, I guess if we were to look at this into a more scientific term, or scientific language way, this could also be very easily explained, because quantum physics, more so quantum entanglement, it shows that everything is one, and separation is just an illusion. Everything is one. Change in one particle affects the other particle in space the same way. It could be light years away, it could be timelines away, it could be space, like space in terms of light years, and time in terms of past, future away, you know? It will still affect it in the same way. This goes back to generational traumas and curses. We could, if you were to try to understand this a little bit easier, we could connect this to that. It is simply like something that impacted somebody ages ago in another timeline could impact you right now, and it is up to you, entirely up to you, to help you heal yourself. And the people around you are awakening more. If they have positive minds, they will be a positive collective of energies that will impact you. Whereas in the same thing, when it's negative, it's not a bad thing. It's just, it has to be there for you to see the light. The negative aspects of it is all a part of the oneness. It's all a part of the unity. It has to be there. Because without it, you can't see the light. Without it, you will be so blindsided by the light, you would not be able to appreciate it. Other than that, honestly, even in quantum physics, it says that everything and everyone is one. The universe is all connected in terms of space and reality and time, and even atoms. We're all a part of the same thing, like I mentioned, stardust. To end this in conclusion, I would say that the law of divine oneness it says that we are all one. And that's the simplest ways to put it. so everybody could understand that we are all one. This flame over here, that is me. That is me. That is me. That is me. The table, the atoms in the table, the matter is all me. The chair is me. The space is me. The person watching behind the camera, that is us. We are connected. I'm not sure who you are. I'm not sure how you are. But if you got this far in this, I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about, what I'm trying to explain or even say. It's just, I could say that I don't have the words to describe this other than emotion, like just spirit and energy. You could feel that we are one. There is no difference. It's like you were meant to come upon this. I was supposed to come here and you was supposed to talk about this for the longest time too. Just understand that in the vast of space and time, you are me and I am you. The positive aspects you see in me are the positive aspects that are in you. The negative aspects you see in me are the projection that you are putting onto me from yourself. That is you. That is the collective hive mind. That is the collectiveness. That is the oneness. That we are all one. The higher the vibrations are, the higher the collective mind is, and the more aware the collective mind is. The lower the frequencies and the vibrations which currently we are in the world of living, the less connected the hive mind is, and the less vibrations are in the collective mind. I think I'm happy with what I said, and I would love to leave it off at this. Yeah. I'm very happy with how I described that in the best way possible that I knew how to. And I really hope you enjoyed this. But I will be signing off now. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for listening to yourself. And I'm sure when I look back at this video, even with myself, I'll be very happy that I even tried to do this. So that's all. Signing off.